Hi there. It's December 14th and time for Proverbs 14. Let's jump over there and we'll get right into it. The ways of life and death. A wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. That's large. A wise woman builds her house, but the foolish pulls it down with her hands. It's interesting that he uses a female perspective in that one. Verse 2, he who walks in uprightness fears the Lord, but he who is perverse in his ways despises him. People are pretty easy to see, huh? In the mouth of a fool is a rod of pride, but the lips of the wise will preserve them. You got that? There's another one. Keep your mouth shut. Where no oxen are, the trough is clean, but much increase comes by the strength of an ox. Right? If you don't have any tools, then your garage is always clean, but you won't make any money without any tools. You got that? A faithful witness does not lie, but a false witness will utter lies. Pretty much. A scoffer seeks wisdom and does not find it, but knowledge is easy to him who understands. Okay? Well, I like that little part right there. Knowledge is easy to him who understands. That's what you pray for. Understanding. Wisdom and understanding. Got that? And he'll give it to you. Said he would. Go from the presence of a foolish man when you do not perceive in him the lips of knowledge. Right? You know what that says? If someone's not getting it, a lot of these protesters and people sitting in streets and gluing their hands to buildings and stuff, just get away from them. If they don't get any attention, they'll stop doing it. So the wisdom of the prudent is to understand his way, but the folly of fools is deceit. Get that? Fools mock at sin, but among the upright there is favor. The heart knows its own bitterness, and a stranger does not share its joy. Right? The house of the wicked will be overthrown, but the tent of the upright will flourish. Okay? People in their mansions will be overthrown. You and your little house will flourish. There's a way that seems right to a man, but its end is the way of death. Right? The way that seems right. You really gotta compare a lot of speakers, teachers, pastors today with the Bible. I mean, what they say needs to be backed up with the Bible. And if they're not talking about Jesus, you should, just stay away from that kind of stuff. The entire New Testament, the whole way and everything, it all goes around a common core. Talk about Jesus. We should preach. We should be preaching Jesus and preaching his ways and preaching about him, and he should be the only subject. Okay. Even in laughter, the heart may sorrow, and the end of mirth may be grief. The backslider in heart will be filled with his own ways, but a good man will be satisfied from above. Wow. Got that? The backslider in heart will be filled with his own ways. My way, Lord, not your way. That never works, huh? Should be your way, not my way. The simple believes every word, but the prudent considers well his steps. Yeah. Some people believe anything you tell them. That's why the news is out there, okay? Some people believe anything. They said it on TV, so it's got to be true. Or I read it on the internet, so it's got to be true. And some people, I believe every word they read. without doing any research. Got to do your own research. Wow. Let's highlight that one too. And why not? A wise man fears and departs from evil, but a fool rages and is self-confident. Again, it's so easy to see this today with all the protesters and the stuff. I mean, people protesting bloodthirsty, killing, raping people that just, are bent on nothing but killing. And it would kill the protesters if they had a chance. Crazy. And it's not because they're stupid. There are all these other people that he talks about. It's not that they agree with these butchering people. They don't like the people that they're fighting, so they must be good. Man, crazy. A quick-tempered man acts foolishly, and a man of wicked intentions is hated. Yeah. Not Klaus Schwab, George Soros. Right? Clearly wicked intentions. The simple inherit folly, but the prudent are crowned with knowledge. Got that? The evil will bow before the good, and the wicked at the gates of the righteous. At some point. The poor man is hated even by his own neighbor, but the rich man has many friends. This is too true. Too true. And they're not real friends. As soon as you lose all your money, you become this poor man that is hated by his own neighbor. People worship money. Okay? It's just evil. He who despises his neighbor sins, but he who has mercy on the poor, happy is he. Yeah. Do they not go astray who devise evil? But mercy and truth belong to those who devise good. Yes, they do go astray. In all labor there is profit, but idle chatter leads only to poverty. Right? Right? All labor there is profit. Any job is a good job. Work. Okay? Never look down on somebody that's working, no matter how lowly their job may seem, because they're working. There's a lot of people who just don't want to. The crown of the wise is their riches, but the foolishness of fools is folly. Now this is kind of not a trick question, a trick statement, but it says all over here that if you become wise and rich in knowledge and understanding, the riches will come. It says it all over Proverbs that if you study the Proverbs and you know the Proverbs and you learn the Proverbs, riches will come. Okay. A true witness delivers souls, but a deceitful witness speaks lies. In the fear of the Lord there is a strong confidence, and his children will have a place of refuge. Right. The fear of the Lord is a fountain of life, to turn one away from the snares of death. In a multitude of people is a king's honor, but in a lack of people is the downfall of a prince. Right. Everybody walks away from the king or the prince. Who are you ruling over? Nobody. He who is slow to wrath has great understanding, but he who is impulsive exalts folly. Slow to anger. It's not always easy. A sound heart is life to the body, but envy is rottenness to the bones. Okay. Always wanting what somebody else has. He who oppresses the poor reproaches his maker, but he who honors him has mercy on the needy, right? Always take care of the poor. Jesus said that over and over again. The wicked is banished in his wickedness, but the righteous has a refuge in his death. Wisdom rests in the heart of him who has understanding, but what is in the heart of fools is made known. Right? This understanding. Okay. You have to pray for understanding. That's one of the reasons that we're doing these Proverbs over and over again every month. We do the whole book of Proverbs every month. I just do it in different Bible versions just to mix it up a little bit and to get, other people's pros and comments on it. But sooner or later, you will understand all of these and you will know all of them. Okay? It might take a couple of years, but we'll go through the entire Proverbs 12 times in a year. Okay? So wisdom will rest in the heart of us who has understanding. Okay? Righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. The king's favor is toward a wise servant, but his wrath is against him who causes shame. Right. So that's Proverbs 14. Lots of good stuff. See what we highlighted? The lips of the wise will preserve them. The mouth of a fool is a rod of pride. Verse 6, knowledge is easy to him who understands. All right. Verse 7, go from the presence of a foolish man when you do not perceive in him the lips of knowledge. All right. Verse 12, there is a way that seems right to a man, but in the end is the way of death. God's way or no way, right? 14, the backslider in heart will be filled with his own ways, but a good man will be satisfied from above. My way or no way? Verse 15, the simple believes every word, but the prudent considers well his steps. Right? Do your research. Don't believe everything somebody says, especially on TV and the internet. Verse 20, the poor man is hated even by his own neighbor, but the rich has many friends. And that could go both ways, Verse 23, very simple. In all labor, there is profit. Any job is a good job. Okay? Verse 29, he who is slow to wrath has great understanding, but he who is impulsive exalts folly. Everybody has a temper that's deep, but sometimes it's very slow and sometimes it's very quick. Okay. Envy is rottenness to the bones. Verse 30. Verse 31, he who oppresses the poor reproaches his maker. Wow. But he who honors him has mercy on the needy. So, if you look down on poor people, and you don't help them when you're able to, even Jesus said, take from this very verse, 14:31, what you do to the least of these, you do to me. Jesus said that. And it's the same thing as Solomon is saying thousands of years before. He who oppresses the poor reproaches his maker. Very wise words. Verse 33, wisdom rests in the heart of him who has understanding. Right. So, there you go. That's Proverbs 14. Lots of good stuff. We're trying to understand all this. Pray for understanding. Pray for knowledge. Don't look down on poor people. Don't look down on somebody that's doing a lowly job because it's their job and there's profit in it. So, till tomorrow, we'll do Proverbs 15. Stay tuned later on today for Luke 14 in our Christmas series. Till then, see you later.